Hi everyone, welcome to my craft room. So I thought I would turn the camera on and show you what I'm up to this afternoon. And today I've been playing with one of my latest designs, which is the truck design. So this was a print straight onto cardstock. This is 300 GSM card. And I wanted to create these to have some really quick and simple cards to create. So I'm just going to trim off the information at the bottom. And then I'm going to fold it in half. Use my bone folder to give it a nice sharp crease. And then trim off the sides. And there's my simple card done. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top of the design with some stickles. And I've got some of this lovely copper glitter glue. I just thought that would pull out the colour of the truck design quite nicely. And then a little bit of the gold and a little bit of the rose gold from stickles. So that style is a direct to print. So basically the PDF shows you the design at the bottom, but there's nothing at the top. That's intentional because you're just going to print it straight into the card to make your card blank. But I also made some design sheets, and I've got it available in red, in gold, in blue, or in teal. So I'm going to go with the gold, and I'm going to trim off the topper part of the card. Give that a little trim down. And this one I've just printed onto Recollections from Michael's, just white card. So I'm going to trim those off, but I'll save those because I've got my two sentiments on. And I was given this I've been trying to wonder out what I was going to use it for, but I've been given this huge sheet of beautiful copper matte card. It's really, really nice. So I thought that would work quite well with the colour in the topper. So I am going to take a sheet of that same 300 GSM cardstock, and I'm gonna take the corners over, use my bone folder, nice sharp crease. Then I'm gonna trim that down to make sure that'll fit in the right size envelopes I have. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit off the side, a little bit off the bottom, and that'll go into my larger envelopes for sure. Then I'm going to use this part of the topper sheet, which is your backing paper plate. I'm just going to trim off the white so I can see what I'm working with. And this is a faux textured. It looks as though it's a metallic effect on card. This is from one of my, I was just talking about this the other day, this is from one of my old CDs that I used to do. This was from the Metal Magic CD. So I'm just going to take a pen, just visualize a line around the outside. I just want a nice little border of cream. Let's trim that off. And then I'm going to take my little Dinky Inkies ink pads, and this one's the walnut, and I'm just going to distress right around the outside just to add to the vintage look of the overall design. And then taking my tape pen, I'm just going to go right the way around the outside. Oh. They always wait until I turn the camera on before they run out. And just pop lots of tape on. And then, excuse me if it's a bit squiffy, it's hard because I'm holding the cards quite away from me. So I'm just going to try and measure it up by eye. And then I'm going to work out how much I want to take off this topper, because I'm going to be matting and layer it onto that lovely copper cardstock. So just because that was the edge of the design doesn't mean you have to go that far. You can cut into them. I try and make them as versatile as possible. So I'm just going to do the same again. I'm going to go around with the lovely walnut ink. And then I'm going to take some of this lovely card, and it's way too big to fit in my trimmer, so I'm just going to grab my scissors, pop it in the corner so I'm not going to waste any, cut roughly right round the outside, and then I'm going to pop some tape on the back. Now, just because this is a coated cardstock and it's a really smooth texture, I want to make sure that there's a really good adhesive hold. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to actually pop a little bit of the mixed media glue. It's just a wet glue, just to make sure that it's really going to hold this in place. And I'm just going to pop it right in the center. Now I'm using my bone folders just to make sure that I've got a nice secure hold, but this is really important. If you're going to print this onto printing paper, it's really important to make sure that you go over with a nice flat surface, whether that's a ruler or a pencil, whatever you have, because if you're printing onto paper, it's already had quite a lot of ink on the paper from your printer, so you just want to make sure that there's no ripples, no bubbles. And then just using my trimmer, I am just going to create a little frame right around the outside. More off the top. Can you see that? Off my trimmer. All I need to do is I'll put some aluminium foil in here and give it a few presses with that, and that'll sharpen the blade up for us. So There we go. Sharp press. And I just want a little bit around the outside. I don't want it a lot. There we go, I'm happy with that. Just a nice copper frame on the topper itself. And then I'm just going to give that a little bit of a lift. So I'm going to take some of these dimensional 3D foam pads and pop these into the corners. And this is just going to lift it away from the card a little bit. And this is a really simple and basic card. These sheets also work really well for all of your fancy fold cards. I just wanted to show you a few different effects. Right, so taking the tape off. I'm just going to pop that here, because you also get some digi sentiments, so let's trim them down. Same again, go around with my walnut ink. I'm going to take a little bit more of that card. And same again, because I know it's got a good coating on it, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of wet glue. I'm going to start off with this edge because I know that's nice and straight. Pop that in the middle, and then I'm just going to cut this round by eye. If you're not comfortable doing this, you can always use your trimmer. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is, just because you've got the foam tape under here, I'm going to pop some foam tape on this end, and then just to make sure I've got a nice adhesive hold, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue with my glue gun on this side, and I'm going to pop him in the bottom right hand corner. And then using my liquid pearls, actually I'll show you some of the effects that I'm going to put on. So using the copper glitter glue, I'm just going to lightly going to brush on. A little bit of this colour, just to highlight some of the intentional rust elements that I did in the design. And then this one's always a little bit temperamental. Are you going to work for me today? Yep. Sometimes they get little air blocks in the stem of the stickles. So I sometimes have to give it a little bit of a jab with a needle or a piece of wire. All I'm doing following the wheel arches round and the running board on the truck. I'm just purposely picking certain elements just to go around and highlight with the glitter, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. It is for a guy, so I don't want to add too many embellishments on, but I do want to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to go in with my liquid pearls. And I'm going to pop a few on the happy birthday, just one in each corner. And there's my little card done. Really quick, simple. This would be really nice if you used quickie glue pen, and you could put some gold gilding flakes on, or if you've got some rusty coloured coppered gilding flakes, that would look really nice. So I just wanted to show you the two different cards. They're printed straight onto card, folded and trimmed, or the little raised up 3D card. And I'm gonna literally go straight in now and add some glitter and detailing on that. So I'll post photos on Facebook for you to have a look at. I hope you've liked this little video. If you have, you could really help us out by giving it a thumbs up. And if you would like to be notified when I launch my next video, you could click the subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure that the little notification bell's ticked, and then that way you'll get notified the next time I release a video. So please look in the description below. I'll pop all of the details and the links where you can find everything. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.